To give you some explanations on the apps that I'm suggesting for you guys. These are both for iPhones and Androids. I'm going to start with the Androids. I don't have an Android, I have an iPhone, but from what I've read, FV5 works like a DSLR, like our cameras in the classroom. You can change your shutter speeds and white balance um, and the ISO. However, you're not going to be able to change your f-stops. Like there's no depth of field, like shallow or greater depth of field with this or any other app because your phone has a fixed like 1.8 aperture, and that does not change. The next app is Wow Stuff, and it allows you again to change your ISO, lets you do slower shutter speeds like painting with light, um, has a built-in flash. The next slide that I have is free apps because if as I've been looking at apps, if you play around with them a little too much, like some will give you just a maximum of certain shots, they'll ask you to upgrade. So I figure I'd give you guys a link of free apps that you guys can explore in case that happens. Okay, so the next one is Raw. And Raw Plus does exactly that. Like after 100 photos, you're done. Then you need to upgrade. It works again like a DSLR, like the FV5. It allows you to change the shutter and the ISO. No f-stop changing on this app. Another link for free apps. And then the next apps that I'm showing are both compatible with the Android and the and the Android and the iPhone. PhotoFox allows you to create work that looks more like fine arts, like masterpieces. Just very creative stuff. I believe you have to upgrade if you want to be able to save certain things. But what I did was I just played around, and then once I liked what I had designed, then I would just take a screenshot of that, and then you guys can post that. With light painting, it's kind of like like a DSLR also. You can change the ISO and you can slow your shutter speeds and you can do painting with light, like draw something with a flashlight or with another phone, like color phone. Um, yes, that's it. Adobe Lightroom. This is like my go-to editing um, app. So once I take a photo on my phone, I just bring it to Adobe Lightroom and I play around with the contrast and the saturations of colors and the vibrance of colors, and I just edit it the way I want it. And then I save it. Photoshop Mix. I love this if you're adding layers. Like, let's say I have a photo of a hand and I want to have a person standing on my hand. I can do that in this because I'm importing several layers. And it's fairly easy, a lot easier to use than the Photoshop that we had in class. Um, so I would just encourage you guys to use this. And if you guys have any questions with it, just, send me a remind text.